Hey guys, it's Sasha.
And Pia. Nice to see you all.
We're here because we would like to give you some tips for this new year. I was talking to a client, I was just checking in on him, and he told me that he felt horrible about the new year. And I said, why? And he said, well, everything that's going on politically, and on top of that, I know two people that have COVID and they're on respirators. And so, what am I to make of this new year because of that?
I mean, we are really being challenged intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, physically, on so many different levels. And even for myself personally, mindset. Mindset is so important. So if you think it's just going to get worse, it is going to get worse. If you think I can find the silver lining here, then you will find the silver lining. It's really all up to us. We don't have the distractions anymore. There were all these other distractions when we were just going, and being in our life normally. Now we're really having to go inside and find those inner resources that give us that sense of peace. And,
Oh, completely.
right?
Yeah, because this is the thing is I've already accepted that there might be a certain amount of craziness that continues. There might very well be. I mean, that's what we've consistently seen. I mean, I want the positive things, the good things, the positive shifts to happen on, a larger level. And I do believe that that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen right away, but what I've been focusing on is on making the shifts on my level, on finding happiness and joy in the basic things. And one of the things that I've been telling my clients, our clients, is that we need to focus more on living, on focus on living our lives as opposed to focusing on death, on everything that is going wrong. Yes, there are certain things that you have to figure out right now. I totally get that. But you can't be focusing on all the negatives all the time. You can't be focusing in constant fear. Focus on living, focus on doing the things that you can do. So for example, right now, we're on lockdown in a lot of places throughout the world. And so let's say you can't go do certain things that you would normally love to do, such as go to the movies and maybe go salsa dancing on like Saturday or Friday nights. But there are other things that you can do. And so figure out the things that you can do. And I think it's also important to have boundaries. Just because somebody's experiencing something, doesn't mean that you have to put on that weight upon yourself. It doesn't mean that you need to anticipate that the same thing is going to happen to you, or that you need to feel so much sympathy to where you're absolutely miserable. So I think it's also important to have those positive boundaries.
I really see this whole time has been giving us an opportunity to grow, giving us an opportunity to be even better, bringing out the best version of ourselves. We're being challenged, no doubt. And I really invite everyone to take on that challenge. It's really up to us how we're going to react to things. And we're here. You don't want to do it alone. You can't. But we're social beings. So we're on your team. And if it's not us, then find your team to support you and having that growth. Take on this challenge. We're either going to sink or we're going to grow from this. And I'm choosing to grow. And I'm committed that my clients, I want to support them and going down that path instead of the other. And it totally makes sense that people would go down the other path because there's so much going on. And at the same time, we can go a different path. We can rise above all this. We can really work on our mindset and really grow in ways that we don't even know yet. We're going to really discover that strength and inner resource that we have always had, but we didn't have to use it until now.
Yeah. And one of the things that I want to remind people is that it's in times like this that many people end up flourishing. It's in tough times where people have to become resourceful. They have to tap into their own inner strength, that people go into certain business ventures completely, closing the chapter on their previous lives, start something new. So sometimes you have to go through crap to have certain doors closed so you can open up new ones and start a whole new chapter in your life. And so sometimes this mucky, yucky part is actually part of the process, and it's all up to you. It's up to you as to what you do with the gift that we've been given, which is of time, of being able to think, get clarity. Are you doing what you love? Are you moving in the direction that you want to move in? This is the time to really tap into your inner power, know who you are and what you want.
You will succeed.
Yes, for sure. You got to have that trust, that faith. Just make sure that you're doing the work, and make sure that you have the best mindset possible. And, I truly believe that everything that needs to get figured out, it will get figured out.
It will. And it does take a practice. I mean, mindset isn't something like you just turn on a switch and now it's growth mindset. It's a practice. It's an ongoing practice. And if you can surround yourself with people who are having the same kinds of intentions and they really want to grow, then you can support each other, because we are going to fall and we're going to get back up, just like when a little child's learning how to walk. Do you know how many times they fall before they actually learn how to walk? And they don't make anything of it. They're not going, oh my God, I fell again. I can't believe it. No, they're like, oh, that didn't work that way. Let me see if I put my foot this way. Will that work? Or let me see if I try this way. I mean, that's what they're looking at. They're not judging themselves if they don't know how to walk yet. They're curious, and they just feel this pull, like there's something I can do, and they're
relentless. I remember Kai had, poor thing, pobrecito, he had a bump here that was so massive and so huge. I used to feel so sorry for him because he kept falling on that same area. But now he walks, he runs, he has, he was just sledding this past weekend. He's having the time of his life.
Right? He didn't even realize that he's bumping it. He just kept going, right?
He just kept going. And in the same way, no matter what, we need to keep going. We need to be relentless. And so, guys, I hope you guys take into consideration these tips, because they will make a difference. More than ever, you must count on yourself.
Very good. Yeah. And use your team. Find your team.
One of the things you said is about, surrounding yourself with these great people. And right now we can't, surround ourselves physically with these people. But remember, there's phone calls, there's FaceTime,
Instagram, and live something. I don't know. I have a teenager.
All right, guys. Well, I hope these tips help you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.